Some of the challenges have been working with fewer people resources, trying to find where there are areas of strength and not reinventing the wheel, getting parishes with similar situations to work together and learn from each other.
It's a real opportunity to think about what is happening, what is God doing in our area, what could be, to think the sort of the big vision, to hear what God is calling us to do, and then put that into practice. What are we going to do in the next 6 months to make it happen?
It's been a great opportunity to share ideas, learn what other people are doing, and be inspired by other people's stories and where they want to go.
We've been working in a very collaborative and very cooperative way, but in quite a structured way, to really get down to the nitty-gritty of what we need to do and how we might do it in a new and innovative way.
We meet and discuss issues, what can be done to help the community find relevance in God again, and we come up with possible ways of making the church more relevant.
It's been really encouraging to see the groups of clergy and lay people meeting together in the two learning communities. There's been a real buzz. They've been talking to other people in their patch and really trying to move things forward. So I'm really encouraged and really hopeful about the potential for these parishes and what we might learn from the process to help other parishes with similar problems, similar challenges, working with many church buildings and very few people in very rural settings.
I'm excited by the Germinate Learning Community because it gives us the opportunity to review how we lead the church in the 21st century in the rural churches in which we serve, with diminishing numbers of full-time clergy. But when I say diminishing numbers of clergy, that doesn't mean diminishing numbers of God's people, because we want to grow and develop. And of course, we do want to see lay leadership develop and grow. And Germinate has enabled us to do that, well, to focus more clearly upon it, to make sure that the 15 buildings, 10 parishes that we have, all have a growing aspect to them and are not just surviving, as it were.
We certainly know our church needs to change. If we don't, there is no future for it.
It's up to us as lay people, lay leaders, to be helping other members of the church to germinate in using their resources to reach out to the community.
So it's an exciting challenge, but it's also a pretty serious one, because if we don't, these churches are going to die. They'll just become historic buildings, and that's it.
So with the help of the Germinate community and resourcing other members of the congregation to take on responsibilities in the life of the church, then that should give us a more secure future.
I think I've found that it's reassured me that you're not alone, that there are many other people who are in a similar position, who perhaps have been slightly hesitant about getting involved, are feeling that, well, you should be asked. And I think actually as part of the learning community of Germinate, we're just encouraged to support each other, encourage each other, and get on with it. And I think actually that's what's really impressed me over the last year or so, that I've seen others taking steps forward, and I've quite impressed myself that actually I'm feeling I want to do something. It does work, yeah. It does work.
So Germinate is like it is a seed, isn't it, that grows and develops. We don't know exactly what that flower will be necessarily, but it is there, it's started to open, and we will see the growth over the years to come. And this process, though it's just begun, has a long way to go, but we are hopeful and excited that the future has a positive outlook.
I think one of the main positives of the Germinate Learning Community has been the fact that we've been able to pass on down through the PCCs, through church wardens, what the Germinate Learning Communities are all about and how they're going to help us to look at how God's mission can be at work in our communities and enabling everybody literally everybody, if they so wish, to understand that they are part of a bigger team, just as they're part of the large body of Christ, that we can work together, share resources together, but not at the same time lose the uniqueness and distinctivity of each parish church. And this is very exciting because it means we can share resources and therefore strengthen and share and enable each other to carry out the mission that we are called to proclaim the gospel within the communities in which we live.
I would encourage other churches to look at Germinate as an option. I would have wished that it's something that we had done 10 or 15 or 20 years ago, but we can only start with where we are now and the people that we've got.
Let's hope that we can at least move towards, and God will guide us in our discerning how we can achieve the vision that we set ourselves for 2019. And we're going to do it together. The rector and the vicar and all the other people.